This is how the homeless are treated. Over 30 million Americans are facing homelessness because their savings were destroyed by the pandemic. 30 million. Inequality in the United States now exceeds even that of the Gilded Age, the most extreme disparity in the country's history. With every crisis, the rich get richer, those who consider themselves middle class lose everything, and the poor fall deeper and deeper into crushing poverty. The final trope in our dystopia comparison is the ever-present hand of the technocrats and the giant corporations. I think it should go without saying that this country is run by corporations in all but name. Why haven't we acted on climate change? Because Exxon has lobbied against it for decades, despite being among the first ones to realize their activity would cause problems down the line. They fund both parties. So does the military-industrial complex, companies like Lockheed, Boeing, and Raytheon. Why do you think we're always involved in low-level wars? It's absurdly profitable for these companies. Why don't we have universal healthcare like every other industrialized nation? Because the insurance and pharmaceutical companies make massive donations to both Republicans and Democrats. Then you've got the mega corporations like Amazon, Google, and Disney. Want to buy something? Amazon has it cheaper. Streaming video? Amazon has it. Delivery? Amazon. Groceries? Amazon. Spaceflight? Apparently, if you have $28 million. Disney is slowly consuming all other media companies and IPs. Google dominates web traffic. This country is run by corporations, and they want to make sure it stays that way. But let's talk about the really dystopian stuff. There's a Nevada bill up for consideration that would allow tech companies to create their own cities, complete with governments, the right to develop their own taxation, and essentially equal power to traditional counties. That's exactly as terrifying as it sounds. Your job would have complete control over your life, determining what you can and can't do, how little they're allowed to pay you, how much you owe them in taxes. We have this weird fixation on the private sector, especially tech, in the US, and it's going to get us into real trouble. Free internet dweeb's favorite oligarch, Elon Musk. Neuralink, the company determined to put a computer chip in your brain, will be starting human trials in the very near future. And Musk has just announced that SpaceX will launch a satellite into space with the purpose of displaying advertisements. Any interested parties will be able to buy ad space with crypto. Soon, even the night sky will not offer an escape from the intrusion of capital. So, is the US becoming a dystopia? Our climate is collapsing, inequality is at its worst level ever, our politicians are corrupt and in the pocket of massive corporations, millions of Americans are on the brink of eviction, at which point they will be threatened with state violence, tech startups may soon have their own autonomous cities where they will have complete control over the inhabitants, we've got space billboards on the way, and people are lining up to get microchipped by the world's least responsible Twitter troll. I don't think it's a stretch to say that the US is not becoming a dystopia, it already is one. We just don't have the flying cars or cyberpunk aesthetics. So, what can average people do about this? I'm not going to lie, we face some serious problems, including the biggest one humanity has ever faced. But we're never powerless. The best thing you can possibly do is get involved somewhere. Every little bit helps.